Good morning, students. Today we are going to study poem 2 of Honeysuckle, The Kite by Harry Ben. Now, all of us like to fly kites, but have you ever tried that how it flies in the sky? Okay, so we are going to study about that. Firstly, the introduction part. The poet has drawn a beautiful picture of a flying kite through words in the poem. We all love to see flying kites, but never notice how it flies. Through this beautiful word picture of a flying kite, the poet is just persuading the readers to fly one and notice its beautiful moves. Now, as per this, okay, as I explained to you before also, that we always see kite flying in the sky. But do we ever try to do it and understand the meaning and importance of flying kites, as well as do we understand the beauty of flying the kite? So our this poet is trying to draw our attention towards that. Okay, now just about our poet, Harry Ben was an American screenwriter and children's author. Most of his poems are based on the aspects of small kids, children. He was involved in writing scenes and war films. He graduated from Harvard University in 1922. Now, the paraphrase or the summary of the poem. In the clear sky means there are no clouds. If a sky is said to be clear, that means there are no clouds. A kite will look bright in it. It will be clearly noticeable. The kite hurls and with every wag, its tail producing a cracking sound. Then, while flying all of a sudden, the kite goes high on the top just like a ship goes up and down on the crest of the waves with a sail cloth. It moves forward when the wind is strong, but as the wind fails, it seems as if it is also taking a rest for a while in the air. Sometimes the thread tied to the kite loosens, the flyer tries to roll the thread and runs till a new breeze fills the wing. This is the whole summary of the poem. So we term it as paraphrase. Okay, now one by one I'll be explaining you with the stanzas. Okay, in the first stanza of yours, okay, that is I have given you the first stanza of it. Explains how a kite looks bright on the clear sky when it flies for the first time. It moves with a softness and force together at the same time to fly, makes its tail to create a cracking sound in the air. Now the first four lines are just explaining that how a kite, when it starts flying in the sky, it looks very beautiful. But it is also very important to know that the sky is quite clear. Okay, and when it is moving, you will see that it makes a cracking sound, and that sound comes from its tail. I have given you over here the meanings. Dive and dip, that is to go into the water with a force and softness together. Snapping means cracking sound, and blue, it is the color, but it is used for the clear sky without clouds. Okay, the next stanza is explaining. In the upper lines, the poet explained that such moves help it to float in the sky, which means just as the waves rise and fall with the sudden blow of the winds in the ocean, and the ship moves on these waves, the strong wind takes the kite to the highest point and makes it float in the sky. But as soon as the wind slows down, it seems as if it has stopped there to rest. Now, here in this particular stanza, the poet has compared the kite's movement in the sky to the ship's movement in the sea. How, when the waves rises up and falls down, at that time, how you will see the ship goes up and down. Same way with the blow of wind, you will find that the kite is moving up, and when it slows down, it comes down. Okay, in the third stanza, we have seen that when the thread tied to the kite loosens, the flyer runs and rolls it back. He waits till a new breeze blows again and fills its wing and the air again to help it fly high. Okay, now whenever you will see, now these are all things you must have seen while flying a kite, when you are flying or you have seen somebody else flying. Okay, that when the wind stops, okay, there is no need of such a long thread for it to move. So what you will see, the flyer will roll with the roller pin, whatever it is having, that what you call as jerky. So that what they do is they roll the extra thread so that the kite will keep floating in the sky. Okay, next. A kite looks very bright and beautiful on a clear sky. but when it gets stuck on a tree top, it gets torn and gives a poor worn out look, which is not liked by anyone. Okay, in the end, now this whole process is of kite flying, how it goes up, then when the wind is blowing, okay, the flyer finds it interesting to fly the kite. Then one time comes when it stops over there, stands on its own as if it is standing still over there. Then the time comes when it starts moving down, so the flyer has to roll the extra thread. And last but not the least, okay, continuous movement of the kite, what happens? The body of the kite wears off. Means what? It starts breaking off, okay? It gets torn off. And slowly, when you will see that when the body of the kite wears off, it starts moving downward. Why? Because now there is no way that it can move ahead. So it falls and it falls on the tree. So this whole poem talks about the flying of the kite, how it moves, then it is compared to the sky. It looks very beautiful in the clear sky, okay, and the comparison is made with the ship in the sea, okay. So both the things are compared at the blue sea as well as blue sky, and over there kite is flying in the sky, and here in the blue sea you have the ship moving, okay. So it is compared like that way, and then it stands still for a while, and afterward when it wears off it falls on the tree, which actually nobody likes, okay. So I hope you all must have understood the poem. Thank you.